Well, it actually worked. Okay, let's see if I can. Sorry about the delay. I was trying to figure out what was wrong with this damn webcam. So I started it before and then all of a sudden it stopped. I'll see if people catch up to me. I know you were all waiting on another one, but hopefully this will show you that I'm on. Okay, we have somebody on here. You can hear me okay? And Brendan, Bill tuned in. Okay. Anyways, if you're just coming in, sorry about that. I don't understand why, if you make a preview and you're going to go live, why you can't actually go live on that feed. So, and then I was trying my webcam and it keeps turning off for some reason. Something, be nice to have the webcam for a change. So, anyway, let me make sure this is working well. I think the sound is going. Just to announce. So before I answer questions, here's a couple things. Um, First, look at my disclaimer that I will put at the bottom of the video later. It's because I get a lot of crazy people. And people sending me letters and all sorts of things. I'm just a psychic and read my disclaimer. The other thing is if you are going to ask a question, try to say first names, age if possible. So if you're talking about a friend or your father or somebody like that, just remember to tell me their first name and their age. Okay. Um, I'm not going to do much for mediumship on here because I probably won't have much time. We have 32 people so far. And make sure you also like this video. That's a little thumbs up. And no, I wasn't already on. It's just I can't figure out this stuff. It's like you announce that you're doing a video and then all of a sudden they won't let you on. It's like my own video through my own studio and it's like I can't get on there. So all I got was the chat and I couldn't operate the video. So I don't know if it's me or the way YouTube does it, but anyway. Yes, so the picture somebody was asking before, the picture of me with the motorcycle is another bike that I have. It's a Triumph Street Scrambler. No, it's a newer bike actually, and 900cc bike. Very nice to ride. Actually, it's the same bike that was in the movie, the last James Bond movie. Some of those crazy scenes in the village with the motorcycles. That was that model, except that was the 1200cc. It's a little bit different. It's just more of a robust bike, and that's not what I wanted. So I have Mimi on here. When will I move and where? So tell me where you live. Tell me what state. And Excuse me a sec. I was just getting a message. um, this was from my photographer today. He was over. We were spending the afternoon together. And he got an image of me, and excuse the cuckoo clock, but he got an image of me today flying one of my World War I planes. Yes, it really does fly in the air, but here we'll do a sneak video preview of it. So you can see it's called a tiger moth. And have a little airport outside, fly planes. Okay, so let me go back to well, I'm waiting for an answer from that one person. I have Nancy in her 60s. Should I make the first move towards Nathan or Way? Um, he's very held back. It's kind of like if you do make a move, he may step back. So I think you better wait. I have Sheila, 42, moving back to Birmingham, UK in 2 months approximately to start a new job while I meet someone new. Likely, but I get a feeling that they're from somewhere else, if that makes sense. Well, okay. I have to hold this. Otherwise, all the questions keep going. We have 46 so far. Um, I have Lucy the Bengal. When you tell me you lost your companion Leo, he was only 6. Are we talking about a dog or a cat? And if you're talking about a dog, tell me their age. So I have Cosmic Girl. I would like your dog, Zip, give me the age. And I have Brenda Mallet. Hi, Todd. How's my future? Well, I get married again. Well, I've got about an hour after this video. I'm just kidding. Um, I'm not feeling so, not right now. Zip is 11. Complicated illness. So I'm not feeling real hopeful at the moment. I would probably tell me what the dog has. Okay, so let me go on here. So Brenda, I was answering you, will you get married again? I felt not. Now remember, you can change your future too. But as it stands right now, I'm feeling not. Um, I'm also getting something of 3 years from now. I have Midwest Girl. Do you think I'll buy or build a new house this year? I think buy. Um, I have Donna 59. You told me last week she would likely pass on the 20th. Um, who? So be specific on here, guys. So when you ask a question, I want to know a first name, an age. If it's an illness, tell me the illness. Okay, so the more you hide from me, I'm not going to answer. Laura, having a third surgery for failed cervical fusion. Will finally resolve my issue with severe neck pain and migraines. Let me just do one question for you. I'm not feeling that that has something to do with the neck pain and migraines. I have Maggie A. My daughter-in-law, Chelsea, is a finalist for a military Air Force award. Will she win? Yes, I believe so. I have Shani Jones. We moved from Utah to South Carolina last June. That's a long ways and ended up in an unaffordable rental and many car expenses. And so we needed to move in June. Do you see anything to guide us? I would say make up for your losses, and I think it might get a little better after August. We have Ashton, your 3-year-old French bulldog, Rosie, started limping yesterday and today has off and on. Her back left and her ankle seems pretty swollen. Any idea what it could be? I'm getting something of a sprain, which can happen. Um, so you're probably gonna have to take some action to get the swelling down, probably an anti-inflammatory. Go to the vet. I think it's just a sprain, but don't give them too many pain relievers because actually you want them to heal, and if they get pain relievers, they'll use it too much. Um, well, there's a lot of people. I'm trying to keep this from screwing up. Will I do? Will I be doing any specials soon? The first week of the month, I usually do a few days for specials. Let me just go to let's see. I have Samantha. It's my French bulldog's health okay. Esme 9. Yeah, I see something about the left ear. So maybe something in the ear. Um, Health-wise, I just get a little bit of stomach issues, but nothing major. We have Joe Ellen. Well, my husband and I get through this. We've been married 15 years. Hmm. Yes, I feel things will be rough till about July. There's another channel with people waiting on it. Yeah. Okay. Somebody was saying I have 2 streams on. Um, I really don't know how to pick up that stream and delete it. I could. Um, Let me see if I can. Hold on. I might be able to do it from here. Give me a sec. Okay. Let me see if I can. Oh god, why do they do that? Edit video. Sorry for this, but this does it every time. Delete. Okay. Hopefully I didn't delete the wrong video. Okay. All right. I'm back. I just did it. Um I have Kathleen would taking a healing workshop with Marcus be beneficial for me. I see you a little bored with it. Let me go back up. Yeah, so when you ask a question, then I ask for information, it's hard for me to go back up and try to retrieve it. So I'm gonna have to go back down. Um, oh, let's see, I have trying to understand some of these questions. I have Tracy from the UK was my Madeline 86 with me for my 55th birthday. 18. I'm not sure what you're asking. And will I ever find a man? Well, don't give up hope. As far as age, I get age 58 for you, that you might meet somebody. Okay, let me go down. I have Jean Yale. Hello. Do you see me retiring before 70 years old or after? I want to move out of Pennsylvania. I don't see you moving out of Pennsylvania, honestly. Retirement, I'm getting 71 to 72. Um, so if you're asking me if like a pet's health is okay, I automatically know there's something wrong. So just tell me what's wrong with the pet, okay? Or unless you're just kind of suspicious something's there. Okay. I'm going down the list now. When you ask me if your daughter's going to split, her name is Bailey, and this is Kimberly asking a question. She's 30, split with her partner soon, get her own place. Please tell me the partner's first name. Um, okay, back to Shani Jones. When you were asking me about your move that you about needing to move again because of finances. What does make up for losses mean? It means that I feel finances are gonna be low when you move again, so you're gonna have to make up for those finances, if that makes sense. Because I see some unforeseeable expenses coming up for you. Let's okay, I have ample spark. My partner, Rob, 37, wants to start his own business, but keeps getting a mental block. Do you feel this is a good idea? And do you see what type of business he should go into? I do not think he should start his own business right now. Possibly in a couple years might be a better time. And do you see what type of business he should go into? So right now, the only answer is I would probably hold off on starting a business. Um, Kathy found out the IRS, she owes the IRS a buttload of money. Will I get an extension? I think so. One question per person, if that's possible, because we're up to 80 right now. Um, okay, Kimberly, I'll try to go back to you. Okay, so his name was Mark. Daughter's name is Bailey. Will she leave her partner soon and be getting her own place? I feel so, but it feels delayed till about the beginning of August, possible. Yeah, as far as the YouTube thing with the other stream, I deleted that. I think it worked. I don't know why it does that. Um, so Tracy Westwood was asking about her mother being with her in spirit. There's no reason why I don't think your mother, I mean, I feel she was there in one form or another, whether it's a strong form, most likely. It's kind of like if we don't send out a birthday invitation to them or something, they are there. Their essence is there. How strong they're there, I think pretty strong. I also got another lady for you that was there as well. Could be related to the family. Seems not quite as old as your mom, so maybe family, sister, somebody like that. And I have Emma, your son Jake, lives with his dad in Iowa and doesn't talk to me often. They are coming to visit family a mile away. Will I hear from my son? Should I reach out? I would reach out. I would reach out. Ju- Um, Yeah, some of these would probably be better for readings. Um, Kimberly Thomas, you're talking about your physical therapist, worry about scar tissue around my knee. Well, break up. I would leave your knees alone. I think you've had too much stuff done to them and revisit it another time. And when full with surgeries for at least 4 or 5 months. I have, I don't even know your name. Let me see. Okay. If I jump over your question, it's because I'm holding this thing that's scrolling very quickly. So it's no, it's nothing on you. Doesn't mean anything bad. Hi, Rachel. Uh, Rachel Kohler, she was the other psychic on my podcast. I did a couple of podcasts with her, and we'll do another one soon. Um, and I'm not in another channel. I deleted that. Um, I have Brenda S. Thank you. Let's see, connect back in December. You did doctoral research. It is now time to begin the research. Do you think I will be successful? I don't see anything holding you back, so I think you'll be pretty successful. Um, I have Laura, neck fusion migraines, have osteoarthritis migraines since 12, fibromyalgia severe. So are you asking me? I'm not sure what you're asking me. Um, these things are kind of related to separate things, so they're not all related to each other. Of course, the arthritis and lupus, that's different. Definitely I would do a reading. I have Michael 40. Will I find a buyer at my open house tomorrow? You might. I think they'll get back to you, but you might. I feel it's a good day. Um, yeah, so when somebody has like a complex thing of a lot of different illnesses happening, a lot of different conditions, some go back really far, some started again. Um, I'd probably want to do a reading for that person because there's probably some causes there, and there's probably some things that, whether they're taking medicines that might actually make things better or worse. That's why I do in a reading a lot of times. That's complicated. Um, I have Selfie 23. Said I'd get into a grad program located in Pennsylvania, but I haven't heard back from them. When do you see me getting their acceptance letter? Um, I'd probably like to know when I previously told you this. Um, I would check with them. Oh boy, we've got a lot of people. Rachel, your 98th birthday is coming up. uh, um, some of these questions are confusing me. Shelley, you were asking me last session, you stopped yourself and said, what? I was more or less wanting confirmation if the out of state move you see is job related. I can't go back to what I was saying before, but my feeling is it probably is job related. I have Patty, 60, wondering if I will find a life partner, love interest. Well, part of it's up to you. I feel not so much this year except for around December, but you could change that. I have Susan. Susan Fix, is that? Sue and Dave, 60 years old, Arizona. See a reconciliation with our 22-year marriage. I'm not feeling so. I'm not feeling so at this time. Okay, let me yeah, I'm trying to laugh here. Some of these questions they're missing information. They're kind of hard to understand. Um, okay, let's see. Yeah, back to Laura with your complications there. I was feeling you say chronic neck pain, but and the migraines as well. I think there's more to this. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna backtrack because I've got 88 people. People are telling me, "Go back to the top." Um, so people are asking, like somebody was talking about their father passing away in 2014. Please tell me his name. We had so many unresolved problems. Any thoughts? Which problems? So be specific on here. It's just because I don't have time to like do a whole reading about this person. Um, okay, let me go to summary. Is it summary? 36. I've been having some issues with my head feeling odd, dizzy, and funny. Will there be a result anytime soon? A result from a doctor, you mean? I feel you should explore it more with a doctor, okay? If you're on, like, certain drugs, like, it could be related to that, so that I would ask a doctor. Um, Sylvie P, about your graduate program. I would get back to the school. Excuse my clock in the background. So if you haven't heard back from the school, I would call them. And I think you'll get in the grad program, but I think you should call them. Let me go up here. Okay, let me go back to Hans. I'll try to scroll up and find your question if I can. So, unresolved problems, and you were talking about abuse. Well, they carry it with them. And honestly, it's forgiveness is probably the best thing you can do. And but here's the thing. So people from the other side are not often coming back saying, "Oh, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that." They're going to a new life, new place, but they're gonna have to probably pick up some of that karma in their next life, if you know what I mean. Um, and I feel the most reassuring thing is to actually, you know, send prayers to them and wish them that they'll learn later on, that they won't come back with these issues. And sometimes we can talk about this in like a mediumship reading to that person, but a lot of times there's no reconciliation. They are who they were, they made mistakes, and they move on, you know. So it's a really hard thing. Um, I'm sure there's a lot of mediums out there that will just say, "Oh, yeah, sure." You know, um, they feel bad and this and that. It's a little different than that. I've been through not that same thing, but unanswered questions from people that pass and why they were acting the way they do. And honestly, it's not good to be sort of um, sort of stuck on it, because I try to find the good in other things they did, and I say prayers hoping that they're happy and they find what they want. Um, I um I have ruby blue. Todd, am I pregnant? I haven't taken any test yet. I feel no, actually. Yeah, it's a German cuckoo clock. Um, had it for a while. It's, as you can tell, it's often its time. Um, so anyway, I'm trying not to pass by questions. I have a lot of people chatting, which is great. I have Christy 40. Do you see a move for myself and my family anytime soon? Only time I get is October, possible. Um, I have Sharon 72. I be moving in 2024 to a different state. That is quite possible, Sharon. What do times mean? Just means time. I'm not really into the number thing so much, but some people that get repeated numbers and this and that, um, I'm sure there's certain relevance to some of the numbers, but my clock in the morning says 6:66. I don't pay any attention to it. Um, I have I'm not sure your name, but it's Vigilant Warrior 42. My grandfather went missing, found 12 years later, zombie after electric shock in a hospital. Was he a victim? MK Ultra. I'm not sure what you mean, but I would do a reading. Um, can I tell if a woman's pregnant? Yes, actually, I sometimes I'll give an answer in a reading. Um, and Rachel says, okay, first cataract surgery scheduled for the 25th of April, but moon is waxing according to aspects. His surgery should be done when moon is waxing mode. Should I reschedule an impatient Aries? Um, I would look at what the moon will be in. Okay, so if you're talking about anything eye related, well, eyes are related to the liver. Eyes are also, I would say, relevant to not well, maybe water signs, but for some reason, I'm feeling like you should do it in a cardinal sign, if that makes sense. So look up the cardinal signs, and I'm also feeling like a moon Libra might be good. Ruby blue, thank you. Don't get pregnant tonight, okay? um, anyway, um, okay, I have Tracy. Is it Westwood? Tracy Westwood. Your spine is crumbling. Doctor said I could end up in a wheelchair. Do you see that happening? Um, I don't see it crumbling as that's described, but I feel like osteoarthritis or something. Did you have a shot, so to speak? I can't say the term on here, but that would be a question that I would ask you because if you like to know how long the condition's for or how long it's been, I would do a reading with me. Um, let's see. Some of these questions are um, kind of some are more important than others, I guess. Although, the woman who was asking about the pregnancy test, kind of important. I have, uh okay, your name's Melita, it's 44, I'm without a job. When will I get a new job? Is there anything important I have to consider in order to get it? And have a resume definitely either redone, it's a possibility. I also get April, so I feel like coming up pretty soon. And there's nothing else that I see. I'm getting something healthcare related too. My sound is gone. Let me see. Hello. I think it's registering here, but thanks for that. Okay, so I guess your name's Living April. Told me Donna 59, who's dying of cancer, would pass the 20th. I usually don't tell people when somebody's gonna pass unless you are asking for sort of a time, but I don't usually tell them an exact date when they pass. I have, Nancy, the senior here. I'm having an MRI brain MRI for the brain this week. What do you see? I'd rather know and be prepared than not. Thank you. I don't see anything on it, honestly. So if they're looking for something else, then probably I would have to talk to you about that. Patricia Parker, do you see any money coming to me in my future? I get a better feeling around May to June for you, so possibly better time. Um, Living April, don't don't worry about it. Um, she said she pressed send too quick. I have it's Nanette, and I was wondering if kinships remain the same when we pass away. Well, I was talking to somebody I was doing a in-person reading for who lost his wife, and we were talking about it. And what we discover, which I've actually more recently come into contact with, is when we pass, we also rediscover the lives that we lived before and the people that were with us before, too. So that's something to think about. What does that mean? That means that no, we don't always keep the same kinships with people, but we also have people that we rediscover from previously too. And that came through in a couple of readings, and that's something I'd like to talk about. Um, I have I think Okay, her name's CF. I'd love a reading on my general health or anything you can pick up on, please. I get something of some abdomen pain, and I feel like your bacteria or something's kind of a little messed up in the abdomen and intestinal tract is what I'm getting. Right knee a little bit sore, but I'm not picking up on anything really major. I have Joe, it's Jolene, and I'm 38 also. Let me do one question. Change a career for me. Not at this time, but I'm feeling, if anything, November to January later this year. Um, do you see us moving? Everything seems to come around October for you, so move is possible then. Um, oops. Let me see. I'm going past conversations here. I have Stephanie Binecker. Binecker. Well, I get my SSD disability. Hmm. Either I feel like you might have to reapply or it might come next year. I also feel by next year some of the policies about it might change. So somebody was saying about multiple lives that partners have shared together. Well, the other thing too is that people talk about soulmates, and a lot of what you'd consider a soulmate doesn't mean you'll actually be together with that person. It means that they were sometimes they have it's like not everything works out for soulmates who meet in this life. So it's something to keep in mind. But if you are together with your soulmate, that's a good thing, you know. Um, Shelly, I like your shoes. Okay. A lot of people purchasing homes or questions about moving and stuff like that. Well, let me tell you about the markets. I feel that after August, September might be a little better time for purchasing a home or moving. One of the things that's not good right now is we've got very high inflated prices still in homes, rent sky high, unaffordable. All these things are having a huge impact on people right now. So, my advice about the homes and when you're thinking about buying something, wait till after this August. I feel we're in for a roller coaster in the economy up till then. I have is it M it's Mish, your mother, Robin 61, is Parkinsonism? The correct diagnosis for her? If I was from the doctor, I'm feeling possibly, but I have no clue as to what it is. Hmm. Somebody was asking, y do the questions cross over in other people? That's why I'm really focusing on the questions. Um, I have misty, feels in the dark, like a bad omen around. Depression with the loss of your dog. Well, we learn to cope with it. Does it get better? I still think about animals that I lost years ago. Um, I feel February of next year would probably be better for you. Um, um, I'm trying to understand the conversation. Um, let me, um, Hans, who real name is John. Um, do you have accurate visions, premonitions? I feel that a lot of us have psychic abilities. I feel yours are pretty strong, but you just need to cultivate them and direct them a little bit. Um, Test yourself, and testing yourself involves um, seeing when you're consistent, when you're not, what things you're strong with, what things you're not, that kind of thing. Um, Shelley said those were ruby slippers for some. Okay. Um, I have Laura R. Is getting a nurse aid certificate a good idea for my current job, or is this a waste of my time? I don't feel it's a waste of time, actually. I feel it's something that might come into play in the next couple of years for you as a nurse's aide. I have, is it Ellie? You've been having an allergic reaction for 2 weeks. What can be giving me this allergic reaction? There's two things I get. One is the environment near your bed. The other thing is I'm wondering if you're taking some kind of vitamins. Okay. Good. Yeah, so messages for animals. Usually animals tend to be in our domain even after they pass. So messages, usually I see them running around. They're in a pretty good state. Um, I have Carrie 48 um, from Minnesota. I'm thinking about going back to school to get a second master's degree and resigning from my job at the end of school year. Is this the right? I actually feel pretty good about the master's degree. Um, Sophia, and you've been really tired this month. Any health issues that I should be concerned about? Not that I'm seeing, but have you tried fasting before? Because I feel it might help you. So if you talk about a mother or somebody, tell me their name and age. Um, um, I'm just going down the list here. So messages from loved ones. I'm not a spirit messenger, so I'm not going to be doing those on here. I'm a physical medium. It's a little bit different. Somebody was asking, it's Mary, was asking about current boyfriend of 20 years. Something about natural death. I'd do a reading for that, Mary. Let me see. Yeah, and actually it's past time for me. I didn't even realize. I have to do something and put something back in the refrigerator. Um, I'm just trying to help some people. I have Catherine D. Okay. You're talking about surgeons and getting back to you. I feel they will. I think they'll have an answer for you that might relieve some anxiety about it. Okay, let me yeah, Mona's not here. She is probably um, she's probably in the other side of the room right now, but she's doing well. Yeah, living April, I understand. It's like there's a lot of people on here. Um, yeah. So, this is what I'll do because I'll have to go in a minute, but when this ends, I won't be answering questions on the live feed, but I think you can leave comments below the video when it's done. And, so I'll try to answer a couple questions below the video when it's done. But be specific. If it's about you and you're asking about your health, tell me your age. Sometimes state where you're from. Those are good things while I'm doing, like, writing on here, and, if you want a reading, go to my website. It is toddsegalpsychic.com. And, let me I have somebody who said, "I've missed your last 2 lives." Subscribe to this page. It will announce I usually will announce, like, on the community feed if I'm doing a live, so you have to, subscribe. Um, I have Maureen Taylor, and she's an itch to apply for a legal job. I'm not feeling a good job move for you at this point. Wait till October and see where you get to, okay? Um, Thanks for all the comments and, okay. And then one last one, Dolores French. I'm 65. How's my health? I feel pretty good about your health, but I get some lower back pain with you. And also your shoulders are tight. Um, Make sure that you keep moving. Exercise is good. Um, okay. Well, this was I was just trying to set people straight when asking questions. And no, I wasn't ignoring people because there are a lot of questions coming at once, and you can see the feed going around, and I'm trying to stop it with my mouse. So if I missed a question, it wasn't on purpose. There are some questions that if I don't have enough information, I'll just pass through them. It's not like I'm picking easy questions or hard questions, stuff like that. It's just that there's some questions where they gave me the right information that I need, like their first name or something like that. And so that's kind of how I do it because we have, at the end of this, we have 106 people on. Um, okay, and one last thing. Okay, difference between the physical medium. A lot of TV and a lot of people on the internet are, saying there's a message coming from your loved one. She has to communicate with you. I don't see it that way. So when I'm communicating with somebody, I become that person on the other side. Let's say your father died, and all of a sudden we're talking, and I'm just saying, well, your father doesn't think that's going to be a very good job move for you, and I don't think you should move out of state. That's what he's saying. And, then she'll answer back and I'll be like, well, he's saying you've done this before many times. So there's like a interaction when I'm doing mediumship with people on the other side that can get very detailed. And sometimes, I mean, this is going on for hours. Okay. Maybe somebody died uh, of a crime, something like that, okay? But I think people get this idea from TV and stuff of these mediums that come out there and saying, "Oh, so and so wants to tell you this and that." It's not what I do. And, that might be their forte, but so another example is I've been doing an in-person reading for somebody, not that I'd have to be there, but interaction with his wife who passed. And the interaction usually are things and that she'll notice about him and talk about, or, I heard you met this person and I do like her and I do feel she's like uh gonna be a good friend for you, stuff like that. So mediumship to me is like I become that person. Sometimes people say that my face changes and my expressions change. And you should hear some of these people on the other side, what they say, talk about foul language sometimes. That doesn't seem to go away. And then there's people who aren't coming through. They're just really quiet and we want them badly to come through, but they aren't the people that are coming through. It might be somebody who once owned your house, and passed away. It could be, around here, we've got a lot of Civil War battlefields. It could be some of the soldiers coming through your living room, and I'm seeing them walking in and out. So that's the way the mediumship works with me. It's, um it's different, and, let me, oh, quick too, yeah, so, I'm just going back to your questions here. Um Yeah, so there's a lot of things that I talk about in my podcast. It's called the Psychic Zone. You can get it for free on my website. So if you go to my website, it's under blog. So that would be very worthwhile for you people to listen to. There's a lot of misinterpretations through YouTube channels and stuff. And I do a lot of missing objects. I do a lot of relationship readings. Right now, I'm on two very kind of high profile court cases that I'm working on. And then sometimes crimes, missing people, that kind of stuff. And I'm doing mediumship. And I could all be doing that like in the same morning. Um, But with mediumship, don't have expectations. People often come to me and they say, well, okay, I want to communicate with my grandfather. It's not the way it's going to work. I would have a reading set up for some other information that you would like to know about, or we can talk for a little bit and I can see if that person comes through. But I can tell you that most people have expectations. It's because they have expectations that a lot of times that person will not come through. Whether it's a very emotional or tense thing. But, a lot of times unexpectedly people come through, and those are the really cool readings, actually. So I hope that explains it. And uh, living April, do you know someone's birth parent if they don't know? Yeah, well, I just did a reading about that. A woman discovered her biological father and she's 60. Finally discovered him. We're talking about him. I do a lot of genealogy things, talking about, people from here to Europe, different things about the family, whether they were in agriculture, or whether they were a king or something like that. So, yeah, I do a lot of genealogy stuff, you know. And it's good before the reading to have, like, some clear questions about it, because family trees are can be kind of crazy, especially this one I was doing recently, and we have, like, relatives that were adopted and no known parents and stuff like that, so it can get really, really complicated. But anyways, enjoyable talking to you all. Sorry it was really spotty on here, but it was hard getting some answers to some of the questions. And if you do have Facebook, go to my Facebook page. I am there. And you can get a reading. I'm not a high pressured salesperson. I get some people that are doing readings every week with me, depending on their situation. And no, I do not have a 2-month wait, and I don't have a best-selling novel and a TV show or anything like that. Usually, you can get me the same day, and I do a lot of missing pets too, and the missing pet readings are ongoing. I mean, a lot of times we're getting sightings. If you can believe this, this is the last point I'll make. So there's one dog that's been missing since 2021. This is a collie out in the wilds of Pennsylvania. So there's a town, and then it's surrounded by woods all around it. And then they keep having sightings of this dog. I keep saying the location. Okay, the dog was spotted in that location. And he's just so elusive. He only comes out at night and then goes back into his woods. And they've had dog trackers out there, they've had traps set out there. And I think this has been going since August 2021. Wow. So, anyway, keep your pets safe. And, but I better go. And it was nice talking to you all. And we will talk soon. If you want to interact with me, I'm on Facebook quite a bit on my Facebook page. Okay. And what's yeah, Nani Pub. There's yeah, no need to write a book. Oh my god, I can't even write a check. Um Yeah, so the missing pets, I've found hundreds of missing pets, but, obviously there's some pets that we can't find. Some pets that we will have to wait like a few weeks before we get a sighting, and then I'll track further. And it really is up to people and how they're looking. And gotta say, over 70% of the missing pets I have right now were lost by pet sitters. So be really careful, and be careful when you move, okay? Let them get acclimated to the place where you're going. For sometimes it will take a year, okay? Anyway, talk to y'all soon. I've got to go, and goodbye for now.